Hey everybody, this is Melina from ScrapbookingwithME.com and Me Crafty Scrapper here on YouTube and Instagram. Today I wanted to show you what I am working on as far as the December e-club kit, with December being as busy as it is for everybody. I am a little behind on getting the e-club kit taken care of as far as a video. And so I'm just going to do a really short and sweet, I hope it's short and sweet, journal that involves the 2 pieces of cardstock that comes in the e-club kit, and then a few pages, let's say 3 pages of ink dyed paper, one of the little small brown craft bags that we have available for sale in the shop, and then the rest of the e-club kit. I will also be tearing apart a little bit of this small craft paper bag for the cover and maybe the back too, but I wanted to make kind of, it is a journal, but it's more of a glorified signature because there's not too much in it, but just wanted to make a little sweet winter journal, and I thought that this kit would be the perfect way to do that. Now I have just a piece of scrapbook page that I had showed you when I showed you the entire e-club kit, and I will link that video below. But this is just a scrap piece of book page that I had shown you the silver flake and how I would use it, and there you can see that shimmer. I'm going to use that on the edge of this. I'm going to cut down this piece and then have some of that torn bag behind that and make me up a few little layers, maybe add some of the bling pearls to this also. I'm going to add more of that silver flake onto that book page also, and maybe even stamp and do some embossing here and there. I don't know exactly all that I'm going to do. I am going to use the regular walnut stain distress ink and just barely go around. I don't want to make this journal too dirty. Of course I do want to vintage it up a little bit, but I don't want to make anything too dirty either. So I'm just going to barely do a little bit of inking the edges, and I'm also going to do that to this piece of cardstock too that I'm using as my cover. So see, that just makes that pop out even more when you ink around the edges of things. Okay, I'm going to ink the edges of this. I'm going to line up how I want the front and get it all adhered down. Do some more flake, and when I showed that in the other video, all I'm going to do is get some of my art glitter glue. I want to cover up this page number, so I'm going to put a little bit there and maybe a little bit here. I don't know, that might be all that I put as far as flake on this front page. And I'm going to get my tweezers and then just pick up a few little random pieces of the flake and lay it on the glue. Now it does have a static quality to it. Oh, maybe that's not quality. Annoyance, maybe, is the word. But it is beautiful when used, so I get over that annoyance very quickly. But you want to put on a little bit more than what you've got as far as glue goes, because it will smooth out and blend into the page once it gets on that glue and starts spreading itself. So I am just kind of mushing it into my art glitter glue. And then it will shimmer right back up just like it did here once it is completely dry. And I want to add a little tail of sorts on this one, so not just a round blob. So I might add just a little bit more of that flake. But that's what I'm going to do as far as the flake goes on this book page. And then I'm going to just speed my little cover decorating up so you're not bored to tears. And you can, I won't do it real fast, I'll do it like at 2 times, so that you can see pretty well as far as how I'm going to decorate this and what I'm using. And then I'll come back to you when I'm done decorating this cover. So I finished my cover, very simple. I added a little bit more silver flake and then some little bling pearls to the middles of the two flowers there. And then I went ahead and I cut out the bottom part of this bag so that I could use that as a little pocket there, and then the top part of it will also be a little pocket. I'm just going to add some simple decoration to the inked pages. I'm going to add some pockets, maybe collage a little bit on the inside covers before I put the pockets on. And then this middle part, this is the other piece of cardstock that comes in the kit. And as you can tell, it does peek out some, and I like that. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm not going to cut it down. It is the middle of my signature, my journal, whatever we're going to call this. And I'm going to have pockets on these also. I don't know, I might do even maybe a little fold out kind of thing, folio in the middle too. I'm going to go ahead and stitch in all of my stuff so that it doesn't move around too much, and I can go ahead and get started working and know exactly where my pockets need to be and stuff. So we'll go ahead and line all of this up and stitch in. So I have these two pieces of torn bag that I'm going to add to the inside cover of my journal, and I want to emboss on this. So I'm going to open up my little Versamark mini ink pad that came in the kit, and I'm going to do a little bit of embossing. So everybody got a stamp in their kit. This is just the stamp that I just so happened to get when me and Mom pick up our kits, or Brandon gives us our kits from all that have been assembled. We don't know what we have in it, and you know, if there's different kind of pieces and things in them, we don't know which ones we get. We just take what we get. That's pretty as is, not even with embossing powder on it, but of course I'm going to put embossing powder on it. Okay, so like if you wanted just a wet look, a watermark look, you would just leave this embossing ink like this. And then if you wanted to actually emboss, you would just get that white embossing powder that come in your kit, sprinkle it over, make sure you cover it completely, and you want to do this quickly, of course. Just giving this little tutorial for anybody that has never embossed or hasn't done it in a long time and needs a little refresher. Just make sure that you cover it, your stamped image, completely, and then you're going to knock off any unwanted embossing powder onto your paper that you've just had it on, and kind of thump the back and look and make sure. Now this one I got the stamp kind of off stamped a little bit, and I'm just going to rub that away so it doesn't emboss that little off piece. Rub away, there we go. And then I'm going to put this extra embossing powder, the excess, back in the jar. Okay, and then get out my heat tool and my tweezers, and I'm going to set this embossing powder. And you will see the difference. You got a powdery look over here, and then you've got more of a shimmer look over here, and a true white. Okay, then you want it to set as far as cooling off before you actually try to put adhesive on the back of it. And you want to wipe off, clean off your stamp too, to get all that sticky Versamark ink off. Okay. And then I'm still going to set those aside for just a second. I'm going to ink this book page, and we did get book pages in our kit this month, so that's a treat. I always love to be able to give book pages, and especially for those books that we know are just going to be destroyed. So that was part of these. We got them dirt cheap at our local library because they were going to be destroyed if not bought for, I think it was 50 cents, or maybe it was fill a bag for $1, something like that. It was super duper cheap. I'm going to put this on. This little piece is going to be my pocket piece there, and I just cut some of that paper from the 6x6 pad down so that I'd have a little bit of space around the edges there. And I'm just going to use this as a pocket. I'm not going to put a notch in it. I like how it looks just like that. And I'm going to get some 1/8 inch score tape. And I'm going to put that pocket on with my score tape, and then I'll ink around the edges of these. Yes, that's dried good now. And then get all this assembled. Okay, so there is my front cover, inside cover, the little pocket there, and the little embossed bag. Put a little sticker there in the corner. And I'm just silly like that. I usually just go back to the back inside cover and do pretty much the same thing. So that's what I will do back here. And I'm thinking, I really love that reindeer. And I think I will just cut him off. This one might be a little bit skinnier of a pocket. I might just cut him off about there. So we're not seeing the once upon a time, just part of the words. Let's see what that gives us. Yep, he's going to be a lot skinnier of a pocket, but I'm okay with that. And I think I need to trim off a good portion of the top, so about here. And I'll get that trimmed off. Yep, I'm okay with it not being exactly the same size pocket as the front. So I like that, and I will get that, the top corners rounded wherever, there we go. And then I'll get that inked and put that on. So on this back inside pocket, I'm going to move that over this way to kind of even that out. Put this paper bag there, and then I might get either some stray paper over here, or maybe one of these, probably this one, this little stamp, and kind of offset it there to dress that up a little bit more. So there is the back cover with that little pocket there, and then front cover, front inside cover, and then front cover. And then, like I said, on these pages, I'm really just going to be simple with them. I might add one of Miss Betty Renfro's tags on an edge or something. I'm going to go on this bag. I'm going to leave my rough edge here. I'm going to put a piece from the paper pad on that. Let's see what we've got here. Maybe this pretty fairy. Yeah, maybe cut right along there and add that on, and I'm not even going to have to cut off any of my top or bottom. So I like that. Add that onto that pocket, and then we're going to wait for this for the end. Here I will add, I'll also have to add something to the back of that too. Front and back of this one also, to really sturdy it up, and probably I'll add that on to that one. Cut that out as needed, and then maybe add just some of the back pages to the backs of these paper pockets. So I've got my little bag pockets covered, and here's the other one. Very cute. I love using bags in my journals. And then front and side cover, like I said, just a simple decoration or some inking on these ink dyed pages so that they can be used as writing space. Same thing here on this blue cardstock. That would make a beautiful writing space. Even using some white ink to write on that, very pretty. So now comes the middle, and I believe I will just make 2 more pockets. So very simple journal. It's going to have pockets, and it's going to have, ooh, I like that. Okay, maybe I can cut these down enough that I can use 1 row of these 3 as the pocket here and 1 row over there. Let's see if we can cut them down enough and they will fit. But get all of the white space off of the edges. Maybe I can accomplish that. Now if I cut off all of that white space, I'm going to be cutting off her wing. So let's try not to cut that off, but we might have to. I'm going to go in the middle here, get that trimmed. I'm going to go ahead and trim the white off the bottom here and the top here, just so they're kind of evened out as far as white space goes. Okay, let's see how much more we need to trim off. Okay, so we're almost there. Let's go ahead and trim off more of that little horse's caboose And we'll have to trim off some of her wing here. Okay, about 1/4 of an inch, and let's see if that gets us where we need to be. I really like those 3 little cards though. Alright, so our bend up is right there. We still need just a touch more off of that one. And then bend up is here. Okay, so this one is good. Okay, let's look here. Yep, I need just a hair more off, so I'm going to trim off on this edge, just maybe a 1/16 of an inch. Maybe that'll get us where we need to be. Not too much of a fan of measuring. I just go willy-nilly with the flow. Yep, that gets us where we need to be. Alright, so I'm going to leave the blue as is because that could be even more writing if someone wanted to, if I want to later. Whatever I decide to do with this little winter journal, if I decide to keep it or sell it. Okay, I'm going to ink the edges. And then I'm just going to use my 1/8 inch score tape. I'm going to cut out these tags from our digital sheet from Miss Betty, and I'm going to put them in these pockets, and then I will probably cut out a few things from the pages maybe, and maybe make a few other tags to put in the front and back pockets. I'm going to leave these pockets empty because I'm thinking that I can just add some more journaling in there, so maybe just some journaling cards or something that I will add into those pockets, and then add just my minimal decorations on the papers, and I will come back and show you the end result and give you a final flip through, and I'll give you some still shots at the end. Right, so here is the final journal, and I have the cover, which I showed you. I'll get some still shots so you won't get that glare from the flake on it, but there is that, and then we've got that pocket there, and we could always, let's see here, kind of fold up one of these if we wanted to and make some little tags or something to go in these pockets. That's pretty, just like that. I like that. And snowflake there, snowflake here. Then I used some of that paper that was left over for a little side tuck. Then we've got our pocket there. Then on this little circle that I cut out from the paper pad, I just glued it on one side, so it's a little tuck in itself, and you could even get some, I'll just use the bag for right now, but you could get some coffee dyed paper or something like that, and you could poke it in there, of course shorter than that, and have a little tuck space that is strong enough that it could hold some folded paper. And then another one of the little sticker snowflakes. I have used every one of my sticker snowflakes, so that page is totally gone. I love it when I use up stuff. Now this one I didn't make as a tuck. That's just a little picture piece on there, a little decoration. Some more decoration with a fussy cut out that reindeer. I thought he was very cute. And then just a snowflake there, giving plenty of room for journaling. cut out those tags and put in the middle pockets there. And then a snowflake there, another side tuck there that I just added some extra paper, scrap paper from the paper pad in that. We could fold up more journaling space and add to these little side tuck places. This is just 2 little strips that I glued on. I thought that looked really cute on the edge of that page. And then snowflake sticker there. Some more of the little cutouts from the paper pad there. And then there's the back side of that bag pocket. Plenty of room to add journaling in there. Another tuck space with a little piece cut from that digital that Miss Betty made for us. And a little cluster of the snowflake stickers I had left over. And then that back pocket there. And we could add some little strips down in there if we wanted to finish that off. I didn't do anything to the back except put some snowflake stickers on that. Now I will have you some still shots so that you can see really close up close personal detail on this little simple journal. And if you make one like this from your December e-club kit, I want to see it. Y'all show me. Thanks for watching, everybody. This simple video. I hope that it inspired you to do a little bit more maybe with your e-club kit. Figure out something else that you can do with those little 6x6 paper pads. But stay tuned, because January you get a little bit more with January's, and I'm very excited about that one. Stay tuned for some surprises in January's e-club kit and February's. I've already picked out, and it's already in the shop too, ready to be shipped, and I'm very excited about that one too. Anyway, y'all have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.